especially here today. I really feel like it doesn't belong just to me, though. I feel like it belongs to the teachers in my life that have invested in me, that people who have mentored me, my friends that have worked alongside me and encouraged me, and especially to anyone in this room who has worked on a campus with me. I am only here because of you, because you've loved and supported and encouraged me, so I thank you so much. This belongs to all of us, in my opinion, so thank you. My intention today is to hopefully encourage you and inspire you towards the future as we stand at the edge of an unknown, a tomorrow full of adventure, trials, heartache, laughter, and triumph. So what are we going to do with it? There are two messages on my mind right now as we head into this school year. One is for the public, and one is for you, the teacher. Because we're the representatives of education, the face of our profession, we need to educate the public about what we do. But Lauren, you might say, I have my own classroom of children with a myriad of learning goals and IEPs and BAPs in addition to the objectives, the ALPS, the TEKS, the data, the T-tests, parent goals, teams, and you're telling me I have to teach the public too? I know, I get it. We have a lot on our plate as educators, probably almost too much. But if we don't educate the public, who's going to do it? So first, here are my thoughts if I was given the platform to educate the public. This is my message to the public. Education is crucial to a thriving and free society. Children will one day grow up to become our leaders, thinkers, innovators, and politicians. And it's essential that they are equipped with knowledge, skills, and wisdom to navigate the world. Public education strives to accomplish that goal, but it certainly isn't without complications. There are many differing opinions on how to best operate public schools, what curriculum is best, who is qualified, and how to fund it. And to be honest, the solutions to our already burdened public school systems challenge educators with its complexity. Discussions always seem to begin with funding. And will more money fix the problems? Perhaps, but it certainly would help, but it's not going to change the distressing home lives of some of our students, nor the immigrants struggling to learn English and content, nor our learning disabilities, nor many of the other obstacles our students face daily. Consider the premise that we should start further back on the drawing board, back to a change in perspective. Perspective can alter the outcome of a situation. Perspective can make false assumptions and judgments, but it also can bring healing and understanding. I am suggesting that the public shift their perspective on education by becoming involved. People will fight for and preserve what they determine to be valuable in their perspective. Reconnect by sharing in our daily lives. Our policymakers would benefit from a firsthand understanding of a teacher's viewpoint, but not for one day or 1 week. Those crafting educational laws and policies should sincerely contemplate spending an entire year in the public school system before making a decision in the best interest of our children. Shadow a kindergarten teacher in an inner city school. Spend time in an upper class middle school for a month. Go to the alternative schools. Travel to a rural district. Observe teachers with multiple ELLs and immigrants in their classrooms. Live the life of a special education teacher through their piles of paperwork and meetings. Walk alongside a third grade teacher in the weeks leading up to that very first administration of standardized testing. Watch the students come to school hungry, angry, or scared, and then ask them to perform higher level thinking tasks. Don't just listen to our stories, live our stories with us. A famous quote sums it up. Tell me, I forget. Show me, I remember. Involve me, and I understand. Involve yourselves in our lives in order to make an informed decision. So now to you, the teacher, here's what I want to say to you. Teaching is a demanding profession. There is no greater calling than to work with children. You witness some of their greatest achievements and their deepest hurts. Your influence is immeasurable to those who need to be believed in, loved, and valued. You as a teacher matter. You approach education passionately, so you collaborate, write lesson plans, collect and analyze data. You sacrifice time, money, and personal resources. Denise Bacon, a music education pioneer, gave music teachers the following challenge. And I'm asking that you put your own discipline or the word teacher in for the word music when you hear it. Quote, "Your own musical development, your self-respect, your achievements are important. If not to your superiors, then to you yourself and to the children and the adults that you teach. You cannot motivate children if you are not motivated yourself. You cannot teach children to love music if you don't love it yourself. But to love music, one must know it. Therefore, one must make oneself into the best musician possible," unquote. To validate our profession, we must demonstrate expertise in our field. We need to rise above that misguided assumption that those who can't do, teach. Teachers must challenge and rewrite that stereotype to say only those who can do, teach. Children deserve the best, and therefore we need to become the best for them. Pursue what interests you in your subject matter. Seek out interesting and optional professional development. Find ways to rekindle your passion. As the only music teacher on my campus, I must seek out other music teachers across our district, and our state, and our country with whom to collaborate and brainstorm. It is through these interactions that I discover refreshment and renewed passion for music education, because this is fundamental to my survival as a teacher. Let's live above that stereotype written for us. Let's change the perspective. I was recently reading a quarterly music journal, and it had a series of reflections on somebody who had recently passed away. And one of the reflections was incredibly impactful for me. The writer was complaining to this educator who had passed about feeling overworked, underappreciated, underpaid. And the response was, light the corner that you are in and don't think about anything else. And I want to convey that same message to you today. When you feel down, when you feel unappreciated, when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel overworked, remember to light that corner that you are in and not to think about anything else. Your light will shine in the lives that desperately need it and will scatter the darkness of those around you. Students are worth it. Our job does not sit around our comfort zone or a perfect schedule or even a paycheck. It simply considers children and nothing else. And now the musician in me cannot leave the stage without giving you some sort of a musical experience. This was a dare from my good friend Lord Ramirez. So I have arranged a short medley of pop tunes with lyrics that are changed to reflect educators. So I hope you enjoy. Understand you like your teacher friends. This is for your teacher friends. Blame it on my school. I thought I was cool when I walked right into the store. People just stared. Did you check out her hair? It looks like she just doesn't care. Then I saw my attire. Looked rather dire, from my school ID to my shoes. I said, look here, you see I'm a teacher, it's clear, but you'll never can. For paper and copies I've been known to scrounge. I think I'll skip on down to the teacher's lounge, 'cause I got friends in low places. You know, I work with some great people. My team, you know who you are, you really rock. They support me, they encourage me, they put up with my wacky ideas. And you know, when I'm having a bad day or just need a break, they say, send that kid down to me. When I find myself in times of tea tests, my team leader comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she says, send that kid on down to me, speaking words of wisdom, send it to me. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, send it to me. This one just sums up Sunday nights. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday. The usual panic sets in. Last Friday, the weekend seemed full of hope, with friends and a chance to sleep in. You see, I did not upload lesson plans with objectives and teaks and elves. I can't remember at euphoria. Is it aware? Forethought, please help. La da di dum, da di da dum. La di dum, da di da dum. And then I remembered I love my job, the classroom, the kids, the work. And I'm all in the mood for a fabulous year. Let's hope the kids don't go berserk. This last song, thank you for bearing with me, really doesn't need any altered lyrics, because when you sing it and hear it through the perspective of an educator, it really rings true of our fierce and unconquerable spirit as we face the challenges of every day and every year. So please feel free to sing along, because in the end, we are the champions. I've paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And made mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've come through. We are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting to the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions. One more time. We are the champions, my friends.